Just to clarify on what FAFSA FAFSA is federal student aid. So basically, this is for everyone. Everyone gets to sign up. Everyone should sign up. So you basically sign up your senior year, and you put in how much income your family makes, and then what college you're going to be going to. So the government will basically tell you, we will offer you this much money based on the need that the money that you need in order to get to college in retrospect to how much you make. So that's how it works out. But that's something that you fill out your senior year.
I just want to be curious. We know how do you get qualified, or what the condition make you qualify to do this scholarship?
I know for the leadership one that you needed a certain GPA, and like each class could give like scholarships. So like I graduated last year and we had extra money, so then we made a scholarship for the next 8 years to give out to people, and we made the requirements. It's different for each scholarship. I know some involve like teaching, some involve like leadership, volunteer work. It's all different. Like it depends. Like there's certain criteria for each one, and then the Dear Ballot, you just fill it out, and then if you need it, then you get it. Like it's kind of difficult because
it's kind of an application for like many different scholarships.
Yeah.
Because I got a Dear Ballot scholarship, but because my mom works for the school district, that I got like a certain one because my mom worked for the school district. But it's like a very broad application, so when you fill it out, they can categorize you into like certain scholarships that you can qualify for.
I would say just do it because normally you can qualify for something. You'll get something. Normally you'll get something.
Yeah, one thing about scholarships is there's literally a scholarship for almost anything. I know a friend who got a scholarship for having red hair. She got a couple $100s for having red hair. And the thing about this is that a lot of people don't know about all these random scholarships that there are. So it's all up to you to do the research online to find these scholarships. What's the website? It's
fastweb.org.
So
It's fastweb, FASTWEB.org. Fastweb. So fastweb, yes, .org. FASTWEB.org. And then there's also scholarships.com. And basically when you get to those websites, you make up a student profile. So it's what GPA do I have? What race or ethnicity am I? Am I the first person to go to college? And then they'll send you emails based off of your student profile of what you qualify for, like what scholarships you qualify for. So they'll be sending you emails. So you can do that, and that's not something that is not something that you need to do your senior year. You can do that as early as you want. So if you have students that's a freshman, or if you are freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors, you can go home today and do that. Yes.
For the young lady at Penn State, did you have any family or nephews already there, or what led you there? Did you feel any sort of isolation being so far away from home?
Well, I have an aunt and uncle that live 45 minutes away. So I was originally sitting with them, and they told me to check out the campus, and I fell in love with it on my first tour. It was just so amazing. I felt like a connection to it. It was just like for me. And when I first got there, I felt a little homesick, but as I started meeting friends and my roommates and getting involved, it just became like a second home. And now I can't wait to go back after summer. I'm so excited to start my sophomore year. It's a big change, but after you get past the first initial like, oh my gosh, I'm 3,000 miles away from home, then you're fine.
How do you combat living at home where your parents wake you up and they tell you to go to class and everyone is, you know you need to be at the next class and you're in trouble, to being a freshman or a sophomore in college and having no one watch over you?
I think the difference is that in college, if you don't go to class, yeah, you get to sleep in, stuff like that, but it reflects on your grade, and you're paying a lot of money, or your parents' money to go to college. And if you come out with a D or an F in the class because you didn't show up, it's like not only wasting your time and your money, but you're gonna end up staying there longer. And a lot of freshmen don't realize that, so they don't show up to class, and then they get their grades after the first semester or first quarter, and they're like, oh my god. And then so like, so like second quarter, second semester, they try to go, and it's more about like, for me, I was so scared because like my mom used to wake me up every day for school, and I don't know, it's just like my alarm on my phone became my best friend, because if I didn't have that, I probably would sleep through every class. But I'm not a morning person, so I tried not to schedule morning classes. That's just not me. I'm more of a night person, so I like the night classes, like 3:30 to 5 was okay for me. Like a lot of my roommates didn't like that, and it's like really good having the freedom to be able to choose when your classes can be. And yes, I took an 8 a.m. I didn't like it, but I went and I did the work, and it paid off in the end.
I think that it also has a lot to do with who they are as a person, because I still live with my parents because I go to a community college, so I can just commute there. And my mom doesn't wake me up. I wake myself up. It depends on how much you want to motivate yourself to go to class and to do what you need to do. And just realize, like, just because you are still living at home, that doesn't mean you have to depend on your parents still, like, for them to wake you up and stuff. So just motivating yourself and getting yourself up for, like, class and stuff. Because I'm a morning person, so I could wake up myself. And I've taken 8 a.m. classes since I've been there, so I've gone there for 2 semesters already. And I'm there from like 8 to 3 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And that's just the schedule that I like, because I'm used to that. Coming right out of high school, I'm used to being at school from 8 to 3. I mean, some people choose to do just an hour at school and then go home. I mean, it honestly just depends on you as a person and what you can handle and how much you want to put in that day.
Do you find that because you're in college, you enjoy those classes more, or because you kind of sort of get to choose? Do you find that your interest is a little more because you have more of the power in your hands?
I definitely agree with that, because you're choosing the classes you want to take for your future. So you're taking classes that you're already interested in, and it just pushes you more. Like, it's not like you're dreading to go to class because it's like, oh my god, this is a class that they made me go into. It's a class that you signed yourself up for, and you made that decision, so you're gonna go.
And also for like the classes, when I went in, I was undecided. I had no clue what I wanted to do. I still somewhat don't, but I kind of have an idea. But those first couple classes, if you don't like them, that kind of weeds out what you don't want to do. And you end up realizing that, like, oh, I did not like this math course, so maybe I should try this psychology course or something like that. Yes, math and sciences are important and everything, but it's like what you want to do, and you can kind of see what you want to do with the first couple classes, like your general ed, and it kind of points you in the direction to what you want to do for your future.
Oh yeah. Well, I just wanted to speak one more thing on that point. But so when you're in college, you can either come in undeclared or have a specific major. So take the specific classes in which you're really interested in. But also, even if you're really motivated right now about something you really want to do, something you really want to major in, also don't rule out taking those just random classes that sound really cool. I definitely suggest that. I tell that to freshmen in college all the time. If I were to do it all over again, I would take a whole bunch of random classes. That's how I ended up switching my major completely. I came in under an exercise bio major, which goes into physical therapy. But after taking one class, I think it's called Global Climate Change, completely switched my major around because I was super interested, super passionate about it. Switched it completely around. So don't be afraid to take those classes that just sound cool. And there's a lot of cool classes. I'm taking an intro to winemaking class. There's a Greek and Roman mythology class. So there's a lot of opportunities in college. But yeah, don't be afraid to take those random classes. As long as you tie it in well with your other schooling.
How did you, when you were in high school, how did you maintain, keep yourself motivated to keep your grades up? Because that's a concern that I have at my house. And I'm just wondering, as a freshman or sophomore or junior, and you have your goal that you want to go to college, how do you keep yourself motivated to keep pushing to keep your grades up?
Well, for me personally, there was two things. My older sister didn't go to college. She went to like a community college, but like she's still in it. And it's been like a couple of years, and I was like, well, I don't really want to be like her. I'd rather go to college. So that was like my first motivator. And then once I got to high school, I was like, oh, like if I want to go to college, I need those grades. And that was like, for me, it's like, that motivates me. Like if I want to get to this place, I need to do this. And that's how, like, I know it's hard for some people, like they're like, oh, I'm in high school, like this isn't that important right now, I'd rather hang out with my friends. But you're like, well, if I want to be successful, I need to go. Like I need to get those grades, I need to take APs, I need to take SATs. Because if you don't do those things, you can go to college, but it's going to take a long, long time. And like if you just realize it when you're a freshman and sophomore, like I need to do this, it's going to be way easier for you to just like go in, like right after graduating high school, just go into college. And then once you already like started that motivation in high school, it'll probably carry out through college too.
Do you plan on just doing the first 2 years at DBC and then transferring? Yes. Could you repeat that? Sorry. Do you plan on just doing your first 2 years at DBC and then transferring, or continue at DBC?
So when I first got into DBC, I was undeclared. I had no idea. I had no plan whatsoever because I just had no plan. And then I met with the counselor there, and she helped me get started. And my first semester, I was just doing general ed classes, and the way like the classes I took, they were just general ed. And then so that was my first semester, and then after my first semester, I thought that I was going to major in public relations and communications, transfer to San Jose State and get my bachelor's in that. But then I changed my mind again, and now I'm just doing, I'm getting my associates there in allied health, and then I'm planning on going into a 2-year program with diagnostic imaging and radiology, so like x-ray tech, MRI, ultrasound tech, that type of stuff. And that's a 2-year program, so if I get in as soon as I apply, then I'll do that for 2 years, and then hopefully I get a job right after, and then I plan on getting my bachelor's. So, I mean, there's a lot of plans that you can do when you get into community college. Like at first I was gonna transfer, but then I changed my mind, and now I'm getting my associates there, and then, yeah.
Hi, a couple of you earlier said that if you had to do over again in high school, that you would have gotten a tutor for the SAT preparation. I want to know if you did take a prep course, and did you find that insufficient, that you needed even more?
I bought the book, and it was really big, so I did not want to open it. So I didn't do any tutoring, but like other people that have been tutored, like I know some people in my leadership class here did, and they said it was extremely helpful. And like they taught you ways how to like eliminate answers, and how they would phrase questions to try to trick you, and how you can see that. And like I didn't know that. Like I should have been more prepared. And I feel like tutoring like would really help. Because I don't know, I just heard that everyone who did it, it really helped, and it raised their score by a lot.
A follow-up on that, was it your counselors did not push taking a prep course, or was it financial concerns, or?
I would say the counselors did they? I don't think.
Did they even inform you that you know where to go to do a prep course or anything?
Honestly, no. Like I probably if I went to them, but I don't. There's kind of a disconnection between like the counselors and the students.
I think it depends on who you got.
Yeah, just because there's so many people going here, like I'm sure you guys know like DVTV. Normally they try to promote stuff, but like
some kids are just like laying there on their desk, like sleeping. Like it's kind of hard to reach everyone. But it's like if you want to, I'm sure the counselors do have a lot of information. I remember when I was going there looking for scholarships, they have so many like just baskets of stuff, and then I would just go there. If you go there, you'll probably be set.
What was your GPA in high school?
A cumulative, mine was like a 3.99. I think mine was 3.6, 3.65. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, mine was like a 3.5. I wasn't like perfect all A's throughout high school either. But I mean, I'm still making myself like, I don't know, go somewhere in life.
But you need good even
I think mine was like a 3.62, like a cumulative. That's what I came up with.
What?
GPA?
No. 3.83.
So that doesn't mean that you have to have a 4.0 to get to college. I know many people that didn't have a 4.0 and are going to college right now. And if maybe your grades aren't where you want them to be and you want to strengthen your skills, you might want to go to a community college first, but that's all up to you. You don't have to have a 4.0 to get into college. There are many other factors that we'll learn about more in class.
Another thing to go off of that is some people that I know that didn't get good GPAs in high school, they got really good grades in college. So I mean, it's probably just because you take more classes that you're interested in. I know that like, yeah, I got a couple B's in high school, but my first quarter in college, I got straight A's just because I liked every class I was taking. So I mean, high school, it's more like you need to take these classes. College is like, you need to take some of these classes, but you can also take stuff you're interested in. And that really helped me get like, obviously better grades.
Also, for college applications, yes, grades are important, but that's not all they look at. They look at your SAT or ACT scores, and they also look at your involvement, community service, stuff like that. And it's just not like, it's not focused on grades. It's focused on the overall everything.
So we have time for one more question. One last question.
Any certain questions about like private colleges or community colleges or state colleges or UCs?
I'd love to hear a student talk. That'd be cool.
What would you say the differences between private and like AUC or
Well, I mean, I can only speak on behalf of the
The question was, what's the difference?
What's the difference between the different types of colleges, like private, UC, state, and community? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we will go
We're
over
gonna have a
this
workshop.
later.
I am leading that workshop. I'll tell you everything.
I don't really know. I've
Yeah.
only gone to community. So I can't compare.
Yeah, so we'll go over that in the workshop later. Yeah, we'll go, yeah.
Don't worry, you won't need me.
Cool. Okay, thank you, panelists.